Hey everybody, David here. Welcome back to a brand new video. Today we are going to open a couple of packs from 1985 Donruss and a couple of packs from 1985 Leaf. I actually was intending to do all Leaf, but when I grabbed the packs, I realized I had two of each, so I just decided why not? See some variation or something. I mean, there's not much of a difference, but the Leaf set's smaller than the Donruss set, but as far as the bigger cards, I believe they're inclusive in both. And when I refer to bigger cards, just, like Hall of Famers, there's some, big rookies we could find, like Kirby Puckett, Dwight Gooden, Oral Hershiser, Roger Clemens. When we did a Leaf video earlier this year, we did find a very nice Kirby Puckett rookie card. So hopefully we can find some more nice cards here. So with that, let's get into these and see what we can find. I think I'll start with the Donruss. I always like this set. It's just a really nice design. Black borders makes it a little difficult as far as condition goes, but like I said, it's a really nice looking set, and it is highlighted with the Lou Gehrig puzzle. All right, so we will start off with Steve Bedrosian, and that is what the backs of the packs look like. He was a very hot and cold relief pitcher, but he was pretty solid for a number of years for the Braves, even through their lean years in the 80s. He was one guy that kind of, I guess, kept things afloat for them. We have Larry Sorensen, Frank Viola, who won a Cy Young Award with the Twins, I believe in '88, and then in '89, in the middle of the season, he was traded to the Mets. And he was very, very good for the Mets for, from what I remember, about a year and a half. And then he really kind of started to lose it a little bit. John Tudor, who had one incredible season in his career in '85 with the Cardinals. He would have won the Cy Young if it were not for the even more incredible season that Dwight Gooden had. But Tudor was, for the last 4 months of that season, was about as dominant as a pitcher could possibly be. Franklin Stubbs, I don't think he ever really lived up to his what the Dodgers thought he was going to be. He was a decent player. Steve Garvey, who probably should be in the Hall of Fame. We've been over that a few times on the channel. Just a tremendous player, had a great career, mostly with the Dodgers. Mike Heath, Tito Landrum, Tom Henke. He was a great relief pitcher for the Blue Jays in the late 80s into the early 90s. Alvin Davis, who I believe was the American League Rookie of the Year in '84, if memory serves me correct. Al Jones, Rick Miller, Vic Mata, Terry Francona. We seem to have run into his cards quite a bit. And our last one here is Vance Law. Aurelio Lopez, who I believe had one of the best seasons of his career in '84. He and Willie Hernandez were quite the duo in the Tigers bullpen, leading them to the World Series. Jose De Leon, he was a decent pitcher. He hung around for a while, but he was he definitely had his moments. Tim Raines, our first Hall of Fame card. This is a nice looking card. And our first checklist. Larry Parrish, who was a pretty good home run hitter from what I remember throughout the 80s. Mike Boddicker, a solid pitcher for a number of years, mostly with the Orioles, although he did pitch for the Red Sox later on in his career. Mike Lacoste, Dennis Rasmussen, Mike Krukow. Pretty good pitcher. I know he was a long-time broadcaster after he retired with the Giants. I don't know if he still is, but he was definitely a broadcaster for a long time with them. Fred Lynn had a very solid career. Gary Renicky, Rick Manning, Al Bumbry, and our last one for the Donruss packs is Randy Lurch. All right, so we yielded one Hall of Famer out of those two packs, and now we'll move on to Leaf, which is the Canadian version of the Donruss cards. There's a few less cards in these packs. I think it's 12, and we have another highlight of what the Leaf cards are. As far as different from the Donruss, we have Canadian greats, and this is Dave Stieb, who was definitely a great pitcher for the Blue Jays. I believe he pitched for the Blue Jays pretty much his whole career. I don't recall him pitching for anybody else. Joaquin Andujar, Reggie Jackson, that's a really nice one. And we have a Tim Raines Leaf version now. And we have Jim Gantner, Frank White, Phil Niekro. This might have been one of his last cards. If it's actually not. I think 85 was the last season he pitched, so he may have an 86 card. I'm not totally certain about that. Scott McGregor, he was a solid pitcher for a number of years for the Orioles. I always thought these photos were interesting with that effect with the circles in the background with the crowd. It's not the first time I've seen something like that. That's something you can do with the lens to make the background look like that. Kent Tekulve, Phil Bradley, Dan Quisenberry, who had a wonderful career, sidearm, almost underarm relief pitcher, underhand relief pitcher. Unfortunately did pass away a while ago. And Steve Rogers, who was a very good pitcher for the Expos from the late 70s into the mid 80s. And I got one pack to go here. Like we have a Hall of Famer on the back there. All right, so we start off with Larry Herndon, Al Cowens, Chris Chambliss, who was an excellent player especially for the Yankees. He had a number of good years for them in the late 70s, mid to late 70s, and kind of when he played for the Braves were not so great through the mid 80s. And here's a nice one, a little off center, but a nice Nolan Ryan. Now we have a Leaf version of Frank Viola. Don Baylor, who was a very, very good hitter. He just made a lot of stops. He seemed to just not really stay with any one particular team for an extended period of time. But he was a really good player. Had a pretty good manager, too. Jim Gott, who pitched for the Giants, I believe, after he was with the Blue Jays. Gary Ward, Rudy Law, Alan Wiggins, Cliff Johnson, and then our last one was the, as we mentioned, Raleigh Fingers. All right, so we did not find any of the bigger rookie cards. We got some nice Hall of Fame cards here. Some Leaf, and in the Tim Raines' case, we had the Leaf and the Donruss. Actually, we did a little better with the Leaf packs. All right, guys, so that was fun doing some 85 Donruss Leaf packs. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I certainly enjoyed opening them. If you're new to the channel, please like and subscribe. And we will see you guys more than likely again this Thursday with our next new video. So thank you so much for watching, and enjoy the rest of your day. Take care.